Hello, it's India Talks. I haven't been here in so long. I was experiencing, um, excuse me, technical difficulties initially. The problems were with my, with my camera. I don't know, and I still don't like this camera. I can't seem to get more than my freaking head in the damn picture, and I don't have no big head. Anyway, well, I do have a big head, but I mean, y'all can see more than my head before. So, anyway, besides technical difficulties, I had some emotional issues and personal issues and family issues and all kind of issues, and it was just too much. And I didn't want to record because I think I would have said too much of what was going on, and I needed to process some of that information on my own without any external input. So I did that, and had a meltdown around Christmas time. Good gracious, it's February the 1st right now, but I had a meltdown right around Christmas and maybe a couple of days before Christmas, and told my trainer, you got we got to take a break because you coming over here making me sweat and carry on and all of these days a week, and I'm eating ice cubes and water, and then at the end of the week I get on the scale and I'm not losing anything. I said I just can't handle that. I can't handle it. I've tried the shakes. Um, I've tried the shakes. I've done Jenny Craig, and I've done Atkins, South Beach, all of these things, and nothing was helping me to get the weight off consistently. I mean, I would lose a couple of pounds. I think I lost 20 pounds on Jenny Craig, and then I lost about 5 pounds with the shake. And Atkins, I did a few years ago, and I think I lost about 15 pounds. But once I came off of that, I gained the weight back. So I was just really frustrated with having somebody come, torture me, and then not seeing any results. I mean, we went a month without results. And my trainer is a physical trainer. She's not a nutritionist. So there was not much that she could do to help me to figure out what to eat and how to accelerate my weight loss with regards to dieting or eating properly. And I just basically said, forget it. I'm not. Just forget it. Just forget it. I'm not doing it. Give me a couple of weeks off. Wait till after the first of the year, and let me at least enjoy my Christmas and my New Year's in peace. Is basically what I said. So that's what I did. But it wasn't peaceful at all because I didn't know what I was going to do when the year rolled back around and it was time to refocus. So I basically had a meltdown. To just be honest with you, I got on the floor and I just said, you know what? Maybe I'm just supposed to be fat. Maybe there's, maybe I'm fighting against genetics, heredity, all of these things. But whatever it is, I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of not accepting myself for who I am every day. And I know that most people look at me and they say, you didn't seem like you were uncomfortable being fat. You didn't walk around slovenly or anything. And I was a pretty confident, heavier person. But at the end of the day, when I was by myself, or after trying desperately to lose weight and then to get on the scale and to have it either not move or to move very little in a number of days, it was frustrating and it was wearing on my self. It was wearing on myself, and it was just becoming too much against me. Um, and I think that's because it was the focus of what I was doing. It was the only thing I felt like I had control over because there was so much going on in my life that I couldn't control. I know some of you know that my husband was sick, so I had a lot of responsibilities externally. Work was overwhelming. My husband was sick, and just having to take care of my son pretty much independently of him because of the nature of his illness. This was supposed to be the one thing that I could control, and I didn't have any control over it. It was just not working. And so I just prayed. Actually, I didn't even pray, I cried. And I'm glad that when I cried, that God heard me and that, you know, something happened because I couldn't continue down that road any longer. So, enough about the sad and the sorry. And good grief, just come back and I'm already crying at y'all and stuff. Um, so that being said, I actually decided to try one more thing and decided that it wasn't going to work. The only way that I could cope with trying one more thing was doing one more thing to prove that thing wrong. Like, okay, this is the last thing I'm going to try, and I'm going to prove to y'all that I'm just supposed to be fat, and nothing is going to change that, and, you know, I've tried everything. Then I just felt like when I tried this thing, I was going to be able to try everything. Or say I've done everything I can, and then go ahead and fall into, you know, the refrigerator and at least feel like I've done everything that I can, so I deserve to inhale the refrigerator now. So, I don't know how I'm going to be able to show y'all the weight that I've lost or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm just out of touch with this thing or whatever, but um, I decided that I wasn't going to do any strenuous exercise initially, that this plan was going to pretty much work on its own, and I wasn't going to help it, and I wasn't going to help it, and I wasn't going to help it. I was going to do the bare minimum of what the plan instructed, and I was not going to help it. So, that being said, January the 4th, I started at 204 pounds. Now, mind you, that's more than where I started in October, because in October, I think you all recall, I was 202. I don't know. You can go back and look or whatever. So today is February the 1st, and I started on January the 4th, which is just short of a month now. And I started at 204 pounds. And as of this morning, I am at 188 pounds. Woo! 188 pounds. What? I haven't been in the 80s since the 80s. Do you hear me when I'm telling you? I haven't been in the 80s since the 80s. I'm eating food that I make myself, that I eat every day. I am eating carbs. I am eating protein, and I am eating vegetables, and I am eating fruit, and I am eating my weight off. Finally. I did not exercise. Like I said, I wasn't going to help the plan to work. I wasn't going to help it to work until I saw results. So starting last week, the week of January the 20-something, I actually started cardio with my trainer. I told her to come back, and she was so, what? You did what? You lost what in this month that you've been giving me the, don't call me, stay away, whatever.